We back live, y'all.
Will I see you again?
All right, man. Let's get into some hoops, man. I got some stuff to talk about, and we gotta start off with his airness.
Black Jesus.
Yo, people do not like when you say Black Jesus.
I know. Now I like it. I don't give a fuck what they like.
I don't know why
I
they
like what I like.
Like,
that thing with there.
you can't.
Like, it's just a basketball term for Michael.
Yeah, like you can't. How can you be mad that Black Jesus is basketball? That's exactly what
Black Jesus.
he is the one and only.
He changed the game. Changed the world.
So
You know,
Call it what you want. You can call it what you want. But
these
he changed the world.
a lot of these other man, they saying Kobe and LeBron and then
I like
some of
I
your
like all of that.
some of your older guys they might see Dream and they might see Wilt and it's certain names through the years and history and all that people call out. It's really maybe about 4 or 5 if we really boil it down. But I'm sorry, the greatest dude I ever seen lace up a pair of tennis shoes from North Carolina at guard, 6'6", Michael Jordan.
Man. Lights go out.
The Last Dance. Let's talk about it.
all
Hey,
right.
Episodes 1 and 2.
You go first, BB.
What's your thoughts? Let's start
hey,
with
what I thought, I got extremely emotional. I was watching the joint, and then he talked about, yeah, man, how Jordan went ham on Boston after missing his whole second season. I called out LeBron. I don't like LeBron, me personally. It's not like I don't like LeBron. I just don't think LeBron Jordan. And yeah, man, that's how I look at basketball. Like, if I feel like, because Jordan is a stone cold killer. He wanted to be the best on offense and defense. And so when I watched The Last Dance, it just reaffirmed everything that I thought Jordan was. Just from Jordan being Jordan. Like, my man wanted to be the best. He wanted to be the best at offense. He wanted to be the best at defense. He wanted to be the best at jumping. He wanted to be the best at running. Like, he wanted to be the best at golf. He wanted to be the best at baseball. Like, that's just Jordan. Like, this nigga, yeah, man. My man wanted to be the best. So he excelled at being the best. So, yeah, man. LeBron ain't got the best in him. Like, he's a good athlete. He's a good basketball player, but he's just not Michael Jordan. And in my brain, he'll never be Michael Jordan. Kobe was closest to Michael Jordan, but he still wasn't quite. He wasn't quite the executioner that Michael Jordan was. And when you talk about executioners in the NBA or just basketball in general, it don't get no better executioner. Black hood, only eye slits, no mouth, no talking, straight buckets. MJ, straight buckets.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, I think LeBron is an amazing person.
Amazing talent. Amazing talent.
Do great work. Well, like you say, I agree with you. I think it's just Michael Jordan is the best basketball. It ain't nothing more than basketball. Like, people be getting on here talking about other things and works and just everything. Like, it ain't got nothing to do, nothing more, nothing less. I think Jordan is a better basketball player, defensively, offensively. From a leadership standpoint, not to say LeBron's not a great leader. I just don't think he was better, like you said, than Michael Jordan at it. And then, like, finding different ways and motivational tactics, even though they weren't the same. Even though I don't necessarily agree with everything Jordan did, like punching people and, laying their hands on people, but sometimes that's what motivate. We all do it like kids, you beat your kids or whatever the case may be. You may not do that. It's different approaches. Like, and I think LeBron took another approach. I don't think that was his part, you know what I'm saying? Or his personality. But it don't even matter. Like, at the end of the day, when I look at the body of work, how I feel is that Jordan was better. and LeBron is really, really good, he can even be number 2. He can be number
Number
2.
8. He definitely number 8. But maybe
He
we gonna go with 2.
anywhere in that top 10. Like I just know that he not
He top 10.
better than Michael Jordan. That's just what I know.
All I can if I could be like Mike, I want to be like Mike. Hey man, this last dance. This is like a great moment in time because it's better now that we're older because we get to actually understand what was going on better at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because we were kids, so looking at it now, we kind of get to see what was really happening. You know what I'm saying? What the mindset was, and this is really only they're summarizing the whole thing, but they're really only focusing they're talking about the last season, but they're like wrapping the whole time frame up into the last season. So I thought that was sweet how they did that because they kind of bringing everybody up to speed as they tell the story of the last season. So I think that aspect of it is amazing because we about to get Rodman and the Pistons next. So that's like
No, it's good. I agree.
yeah, like the contrast of that. You know what I'm saying? How that was. Because we all know that was Mike's first nemesis. Everybody talk, all these new people they talk about how he didn't do nothing before Pippen and Whistling ain't got there but they didn't think to look at the teams that he was playing against. Like if you look at the Celtics, of the top 8 Celtics players, 6 of those dudes are in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. And they won 63, 65 games that season. Like they won the championship.
People don't really like
season.
facts though. It's just like, oh yeah, my feeling. It's like feelings type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really.
Hey, but Jordan got swept in the first round. Yeah, he did to the 65 win Boston team with Bird and McHale and Robert Parrish and Hall of Famers. Like, what are y'all talking about right now? Danny Ainge? Like, these people is legendary NBA dudes. Like, legendary.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's the man is God. Bird called him God. I don't know. I don't really know what else. I mean, it really ain't nothing else to say. I mean, if Bird said so. I mean, who's going to argue with Larry Bird?
Everybody.
But yeah, man.
Right, everybody.
I'm big ups ESPN from bringing that thing up from June because man, if we had to wait till June, we was gonna die. So we appreciate you for bringing it up to April, and we looking for. I know I'm definitely looking forward to these next 2 episodes. We had Pip, boy, man, poor Pip.
Why is poor Pip? What the fuck Pip do?
Man,
Poor Pip. Well, Pip got his money.
Had some more money, man. Somebody should have gave Pip some more money. I mean,
need cash out.
On the back end, you don't make all your money on the front end, but totality, he good. Like,
Pip needed cash out back in '98. Somebody need to go in and go fund me my man some funds because he was top 3. He was top 3. He was getting paid like he was a first round draft pick.
It looked bad. It just looked bad. It just looked bad when they showed the list.
The league wasn't on that.
Luke Longley was above him, man. It was like, damn, Luke Longley.
He wasn't on that, but
Luke Longley was a good post player passer though.
They signed the deal. The league wasn't on there. Like league wasn't in that mode of taking care of. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. And it's probably still not like that. I don't even think it is.
Right.
It's just more so like optimistic thinking. But the dude, he got his money. Like it all worked out. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like, yeah, it was fucked up though. It definitely was fucked up, but it all worked out.
It just looked bad. It just looked bad when you
look bad. Like,
based on what he was doing, because it was nice when him and Mike was giving giving dudes 40 apiece the whole time. Like I remember when they pieced up Indiana, man. Mike had 47 and Scotty had 42 whole time. Like, man, they was them dudes was dominant out there whole time, man.
It was. I mean, that just was the structure of how the contracts work. It is what it is. Ain't shit you could do about it. But he definitely got paid on the back end.
He did.
He got his funds, but they should have did better.
They should
have did better.
Yeah.
And Scotty deserved better because Scotty was Scotty. Like, yeah, man. Scotty was actually, I can say it right now, real talking sports. Scotty is better than LeBron out there. LeBron ain't the dog Scotty was. LeBron don't play defense like Scotty played like it. Like, yeah, man, I don't know. I'd take Scotty over LeBron if I was picking teams.
I mean, they both played a three.
I agree with you.
If you had to
I'd take Scotty first over LeBron. But I'd take D Wade over LeBron too. But that's just me. We can go into a whole other LeBron thing, but there's a lot of people I take. I take Isaiah Thomas over LeBron too.
Another segment.
Well, I don't know how LeBron can be better than Jordan.
With you on the Scottie Pippen thing, like I would definitely, and maybe it's a generational thing. It could be that, but at the same time, Scottie played a lot of those top 50 Hall of Famers. He played the Barclays.
Scotty is a top 50 Hall of Famer. So.
I know, but I'm saying he guarded them, and they all respected him.
But and due respect, the NBA got to do a new top 50 too, because
So I mean, it's some give and some take on that. Like I agree, but I definitely, if I'm starting a team, I'm definitely probably going to pick Scottie Pippen at the 3.
Yeah, definitely over LeBron. He do more stuff than LeBron. Like LeBron can dive to the basket and dunk on you, but Scotty can play defense. Scotty can pass the ball. Scotty can facilitate the whole offense. Scotty and LeBron can do that too. But LeBron can facilitate the whole offense after he took 22 dribbles already. And I mean, that's a lot of dribbles in the offense. I don't know what type of basketball. Well, I know what type of basketball these new guys play. But I don't like the 55 dribbles by one guy. I'm sorry. I like to swing the ball around the perimeter. I like to dive, cut to the basket, dip a little pass down, and get a layup. I don't know. But that's just me. I like real basketball.
Old school.
I like real basketball. I don't like the dude at the top of the key dribbling 45 times with the hella up fakes. And then you pass it to me in the corner with 2 seconds left, and I can't throw it up there. I don't like that. I'm just saying, man.
I'm with you.
And that. If Scotty wasn't that forward, LeBron is definitely that forward. He hold the ball 22, 23 dribbles. Man. He pound the rock at the top of the key till he see what look right. Then he duck off, man. So he don't get all the blame. LeBron don't like all the blame. I don't like that. When it's your team, you gotta take the blame.
You are right about a lot of things.
That's an interesting take at the 3, man. Looking at LeBron.
But regardless of all of that, like you said, I would still take, in my opinion, I would still be like, I'm going to get Scotty. In the gym.
I'm going to go ahead and get Scotty. Thank you.
It's hard not to take Scotty, though. It's so hard not to take Scotty.
Just because of the battles he's been through, the people that he played against.
Especially prime Scotty Pippen. Oh, my goodness.
Like the Knicks, the Pistons.
Oh, man.
Knicks, Orlando, Phoenix, Seattle.
Scott Pipp, son. We gonna take Scott Pipp because he was that guy.
Utah, like
33. It was 23, and then it was 33. With the L on the side of your Nikes, and the whole L on the side of that joint.
I was just telling my daughter about that because she didn't know about the guy. I was like, Scottie Pippen got shoes too, baby girl. They was them up tempos. Yeah.
Scott Pips. They them Scott Pips. We go ahead and put them on.
Yeah. She was like, I didn't know he did. That was the Airs. I was like, them Scottie Pippens.
Yeah.
And they need to stop sleeping on my man Tim Duncan too. My man Duncan got some shoes out there.
Oh,
The most classic of Nikes. They was costing more than Jordans before Jordans costing more than Jordans.
I'm playing with my man Tim Duncan, the big fundamental. That's my guy.
They fundles.
DC don't sleep with Tim Duncan. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, we know that, but
And that's another reason why LeBron don't get in the top 2 or 3 because he ain't better than Tim Duncan either. He ain't.
You know you ain't gonna get no argument over here.
No, that's not argument worthy because why would you even try to argue that? Like he's just not. I mean, Kobe, he definitely not better than Kobe, so that's already 4 dudes.
He might not be better than Tim Duncan. Let's put that out there.
He definitely. Kobe might not be better than Tim. You might be accurate in those statements.
Let's talk about that.
We had to bring in our other confidants in the argument. But
I mean, that's fine. I'm taking all challenges on that one.
Yeah, because
you head with that man. So, like, one of them had to win it. Yeah, either it was.
Man, Tim was winning it, and we know who won it. That's already history. Tim was winning it. That's it, man.
Yeah, that's what we need to talk about. Oh, fuck all that fucking LeBron shit. Y'all niggas keep playing them out here.
Timmy the best full man in history.
Ever. Timmy is. I'm trying. No, Timmy is top 2 or 3, son. I don't know.
Stop.
He was.
Duncan, stop. Let's stop this, please.
I mean,
it's getting out of control.
He definitely top 5, but like, because you could compare Tim Duncan to like Lou Alcindor, like yeah, man.
That's funny. I was just about to go there. That would be the only person that I would want to see Tim Duncan play against. In his
Lou Alcindor, yeah.
Yes.
That's You could.
I would love to see that because
to me it's Michael Jordan and then Tay already know it's Michael Jordan and this fucking Tim Duncan. Like it ain't no cut calls over here.
Tim Duncan definitely bust Karl Malone ass.
And bust Jackson ass, Kobe ass, Patrick Ewing, like a whole bunch of dudes. Like cut it out.
He was busting their ass fresh out of the force. Yeah, man.
Like who won it? Whiskey? Who won it? KD? Who won it?
He definitely was the next ass kicker after Jordan left. Handing out the ass bags.
It was boring, but it was effective.
It was. Yeah. Like most people can't handle that, but if you go back and look at it, you're like, God damn, this motherfucker was kicking their ass.
Kicking their ass whole time. Slow motion. Bank shot. Slow motion bank shot. Oh.
Rebound.
Why you keep hitting the backboard? The fuck is this?
Nigga, 21 rebounds, 27 points. Was Shaquille O'Neal. Like something crazy. Like really. Come on, man. Come on.
Him and Shaq definitely used the battle. They definitely used that.
Chris Webber, Vlade, all of them.
All of them. He took them all down.
Mark Gasol. Debo.
He took them all down. Nobody was fucking with Tim Duncan. So he's legendary. Yeah, man.
Cut it out, man. Stop playing my man Tim out here. It's disrespectful. And I'm a Carolina Tar Heel fan. When I seen Tim Duncan, I was like, oh my God.
He used to Carolina, Joe.
Yo, I was like, who is this dude? Right out of Randolph Childress.
He killed us too. No, I'm a Maryland fan. He killed us. Yeah, man. Same way. Killed us.
Yo, who the fuck is Tim Duncan?
Oh my!
This shit is crazy.
Man, Timmy. Shit, we talking about high school. Let's swing this thing on to a couple of high schoolers, man.
All right.
These boys, Jalen Green and Isaiah Todd. You know, they deciding to fuck the NCAA, and you know, I know Smug got a deep personal feeling on that one. So,
man, I'm trying to figure out what they do.
These 2 young boys decide to go to the G League as opposed to supposed to, going to college and doing the college thing. They go and get some money, $500,000 a year. Tyler
Flat out.
ranked number 14. He's number 14 ranked forward in the country, and Jalen Green is ranked number. I think he's at number like 42 or 43 or something like that. He a guard, and so what's y'all thoughts, man? How y'all feeling about these young Thundercats, man, deciding to take this G League route, getting this money?
Man, you gotta get your money because the NCAA ain't gonna give you none, shorty. All the high school players should take a look at this. And I ain't gonna say go to the G League because there's other leagues out there better, but you don't gotta go to college. Like the NBA said, you only gotta be 1 year out of high school. It's the one and done rule. You don't really gotta go to college. If you can get paid and you go to the NBA the next year coming up, as you will be eligible for anyway, why not? Like, I don't even see like what even the decision that to be made is. Like, go play G League basketball, make your couple dollars,
and then
go to the NBA and make your couple dollars. Like, yeah, man, why not?
I agree with both. But I look at it a little bit different. Like I'm looking at it like it's a trade school, right? So like normally kids is really not that. We're not gonna say smart because they are smart. They be good at other things.
They're not academically talented. That's man.
So
Yeah.
now that you figured out like, yo, college not my route, or I'm gonna go be a mechanic, I'm gonna go be HVAC, I'm gonna start my own business. That's how basketball players should be looking at it. They should be looking at it from like going to a college. Like for what? I'm gonna go to trade school for a year, I'm gonna get these certifications, which is basically, playing grown man basketball or somewhere equivalent to that of the NBA, and then we move on. Like, yo, I don't need to go to your college and work for free. Nah, I could go to this trade school while I'm getting my certifications. I'm still learning things, and there's companies that will still hire me for my services. So I'm gonna go take my services over here, and I'm gonna make this $500K. Because most people not making $500K anyway. 50% of the country is not making that. So you come out as an 18-year-old high school kid, and you get offered a $500K contract. Why wouldn't you take the contract? Like, it don't even make sense not to take the contract. Why would you go to school unless somebody make millions of dollars off of you, but you can't make a measly $500K? Like, that shit don't even make sense. Like, mathematically, it doesn't make sense from a personal standpoint, depending on most of these kids' family situations. Like, none of that shit makes sense, to be honest with you. So why not do it? Like, and that's what the G League is for, right? The problem is now the NCAA about to get mad at the NBA. Right? Now they created this G League thinking like that wasn't a viable option. That's the only reason they agreed to it, in the way they have their system structured right now. In my opinion, the only reason they agreed to it is because they didn't think anybody would actually go to the league. But now these kids are being like, oh, nah, I'll go to the league. Yeah, I might come up and get drafted. I don't know what they do, like, but I might get drafted or whatever the case may be, and I'm on this team, and I might get a 10-day contract. So my $500,000 contract might turn into a $10 million contract if I'm really good.
Overnight, though. What do you mean?
Facts, right? So just like I'm like celebrating LaMelo, and like I know people talk a lot of shit about like LeVar Ball and his boys and all, but they killing that shit right now. Like, how many of your 18-year-olds out here about to be the number 1 pick, number 2, 3, 4, 5 pick? It don't even matter. Lottery pick, and then go buy an organization or has the potential to buy it. Because I know they're going through some legal difficulties right now, so we don't really know if he bought it or if he didn't. But it don't matter. He in a conversation as an 18-year-old kid.
The point, when he get to draft night, it's very possible that he's going to be the owner of a basketball team.
Right.
Drafted.
Period.
And that's
it.
Just of it. That's the gist of it.
And if I would want my son to be in that position at 18, because I know a lot of us wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Very true. So that actually, I'm glad you touched on that.
Trying to still figure things out, but for you to have enough wherewithal and the capital or even the business connections at 18 to be able to do that, be in that conversation. That's crazy.
So Smoke, I'm glad you went there because with you being the businessman of the group, what do you think about the NBA sending out their representatives to recruit these high school players to come to the G League as opposed to going to college?
They should have been doing that anyway, but that's my whole point.
Flat out.
Like the NBA, the NCAA, like I know they're looking sideways at the NBA because they structured their whole system based on their relationship with the NBA. Because you can't tell me a conversation wasn't had and say, yo, we're going to make it a one and done versus 3 year like NCAA.
Right.
Like they're having those conversations. So
because they agreed to the one and done because they knew the players would go over to Europe.
Correct.
And yeah, so you're like, all right, we'll take that.
Mutually beneficial relationship.
Right.
But that's the point that's why I'm saying, that's why my argument is that the NCAA feeling some type of way. Because if you mean to tell me the NCAA didn't sign off on the G League, they didn't know about it and they didn't think it was a threat, you crazy. Because it's no $50 billion. How much is these? Let me check to see how you motherfuckers work. I think they're a non-profit organization that bring in billions of dollars. That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, but what BB making the point earlier, like he said, that the main reason why we didn't have a tournament is because they weren't gonna make no money.
It wasn't because the games couldn't be played. They could have played the games with no fans. They didn't play the games because they wasn't gonna make no profit.
Correct.
And because they wasn't gonna make no profit, they felt it wasn't worth these kids having their last season to play in the tournament to showcase their talents, which is what the NCAA tournament is, because anybody can win. We seen from UMBC, we seen from Florida Atlantic, we seen Davidson come from nowhere. Like, it's the NCAA tournament breed teams. Marquette, when D Wade came to the NBA, like the NCAA tournament breeds players, it breeds teams, it breeds coaches. Like,
who showcase
it's a money making factory. Like, if ever it was a money making scheme, it's the NCAA tournament. And because they couldn't get it at full magnitude, the NCAA didn't let that happen. And we all know how powerful the NCAA is. It goes way back. It just goes way back.
Like, you brought up 2 points. Number one, the money factor. So their two biggest cash cows, which number one is March Madness, number two is college football.
Flat out. The bowl season, yeah.
They not even the bowl season. The bowl season is like a bonus where they get to get it. The season is, most of these places are located in like remote towns. Like, the biggest thing that they have to do is go to whatever the local college game is. That's a big time, Division I school. So, but the way you made a great point about is, like, number one, they didn't want to do it because it wasn't no money, but you're supposed to be a nonprofit. Like, I thought it was about the athlete. So what happened to that part of the mantra? Because your whole claim to fame is why you don't want to pay taxes or whatever it is that you don't do, why you don't want to pay the people and your workers, your employees, which are basically students, is because you're a nonprofit and they're student athletes. But because it's all about them, then why didn't you have a tournament? If it's all about them, you should have bought out them fucking empty stadiums and you should have paid the price for that, because you're making $1 billion a year almost just off the tournament alone.
Just in TV sales, they would have recouped them stadium sales.
Right.
Just in TV sales.
No, or why not? If you had this relationship with these stadiums, because all they do is rotate the money. It's just basically you on a set amount of time rotation for you to get the contract. So the Superdome get the Sugar Bowl, they get the national championship, they get the whatever it is. These stadiums, they already have these deals set up, and it's just basically a rotation. When you have a Super Bowl, right? It's only in like what 6-7 towns. You know where the Super Bowl is going to be, unless there's a new stadium built. So
Right.
we'll get a Super Bowl in Vegas sometime soon, probably within the next 5 years. It's already set up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the NCAA doing the same shit. You know, we know where you going with these venues. You know, and then some things are staples, like when you go to Pasadena or the Rose Bowl, whatever the case may be, Sugar Bowl, things like that. But like sometimes they double up on them joints. Like you might get the Sugar Bowl, and then you might get a national championship the next 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like all that revenue, like y'all can still have games. Like y'all made enough money. Y'all make $1 billion a year. What the fuck y'all do with the last billion? Where'd that go? Like, what do you do with that billion? Like, goddamn, the kids can't play. They've been training all day, all year.
For free, eating oodles and noodles and shit. Training on the oodles and noodles diet. You know how it be from the project, son. Like, yeah, man.
Right?
Other kids don't make it on the oodles and noodles and beef broth and rice diet. Like, you motherfuckers don't know.
Yeah, why not test all the kids? Let them go out there and play. They play the regular season. Like,
right. I'm sure they get tested for everything else.
Oh, yeah, they get tested for marijuana
Uh-huh.
and HGH.
Uh-huh.
They tested for the COVID.
But if they got the Rona, they good to go. Get on out there. But it's cool.
That's some sucker shit on the NCAA part, because they can definitely, if you make it $1 billion a year, you can fund this season and just like see how it go and not make no profit.
Just chalk it up. But they don't want to chalk it up because they all about money.
Like
for a non-profit, they all about money.
Charge that shit to the game. Like that's a cost of doing business. Like we've been making $1 billion. They've been making $1 billion since the 90s. So like the money was different. Like they got money. They ain't paying no taxes. They a non-profit. You miss me with the bullshit.
Killing the game.
Get in the game. Like put some skin in the game. Charge all them billions I've been making for the past 19 years, and then let these kids play. And then we see how it all work out. Like get them all tested. Y'all testing people anyway on the low. Y'all just not telling the people that don't have no money that everybody else being tested. You don't know who got it and who don't. Stop playing the game. Let these kids play. They can play and you can set it up in certain subsets. But just let the teams play. Play out your schedules that you already created years ago. So we know how much money each team get. Divide the money up. Get them people paid. The smaller schools, make sure they get paid first.
Yes. Definitely.
And we know what's going on. Bro, y'all already got schedules for 2025.
Right.
What are you talking about? What you talking about?
Man, this real stuff. Real stuff.
Pay the small schools. The big schools, y'all gonna eat later. Y'all might get it back in the subsidies, or tell y'all boosters who own all the $1 million corporations to slide y'all a little something on the side to the shit blow over.
That's it. It's easy.
All right, I'm off my soapbox.
Man,
they need to hear. The people need to hear,
man, because they know what they doing, man. That it ain't right. It ain't right. But I digress.
But we going on a high note, man. Man, earlier today, Miss Muffet McGraw, man, the queen, one of the queens of college basketball. He stepped down. So we definitely had to show some love to Miss Muffet, who
legendary.
Yeah,
legendary.
900 wins, 2 championships, 9 Final Fours. Yeah, man. 30 seasons of basketball.
She was a superb leader of women. That's superb. Yeah.
Like a modern, I ain't gonna say modern because she was still around with like Pat Summitt, but like I feel like she was that next wave after Pat Summitt. But
no doubt.
Yeah, I mean Notre Dame, great program, excellent players. I mean, hats off to her. I'm glad
Muffet McGraw. Leader of women. Like she let young ladies believe that they could be greater than what they was. And she showed it to them. You don't go to the Final Four 9 times. That's hey.
Definitely had some ballers.
It's dudes out there that's still looking to do that, and they ain't get that done. So,
So to Ms. McGraw, the RTNS
hats off.
salutes you with a bunch of hops.